right. I didn't make it back to put my intro up, but I'm going to do it anyway. And here we go. Hey, what's going on? It's Monday morning, and y'all know that. Let's see who's up here. Lando, what's going on, Lando? How you doing? Decided to do a stream literally like 2 minutes ago, and I'm working on. I just cleaned the flower horn tank over there. I got the stuff sitting there on the floor, and then I just got done with that one too. I just turned it on. So you got the buckets and everything. So what's crazy is I didn't realize that this is. I'm so stupid, but I have a little submersible pump, okay, that I have a long clear hose attached to it, probably about 25, maybe 20 feet over time because I've cut it a little bit off here and there. And I used to put it in a 5-gallon bucket into the kitchen sink and fill up the bucket, let the pump suck the water out of the bucket into the tank. Kind of a pain in the butt. And I've been like, and for a year and a half, I think coming up on a year and a half, almost, maybe just over a year, I don't know. I didn't realize, like, this is, so a neighbor sold me his RO system. And what's up, Jimmy? How's it going? Good morning. And so anyway, I got a long hose with the green, like I call it it's a little hook that hangs over into the tank when you want to top off your water. So I've had this stuff, and it's for the RO system. I've had this stuff for like over a year, and I've been doing like filling up the flower horn tank with buckets running up and downstairs from the bathtub because it fills the buckets quickly. And I've been doing it the hard way, and I realized, like, wait a minute, I got the clear tubing with like all the valves, like everything set up on it. I'm just like, oh man. So I was like, and I have a little green what is it, the python kind of looking thing. And Fives, what's up? So I have the whole setup. I have the whole setup that reaches to the flower horn tank. In the bathroom down the half bathroom downstairs, I have the setup, and I'm just like, how did I not realize this forever? Forever. I didn't realize this. That I had this, and it just kind of hit me, and I was like, it's a game changer. It changes everything. I don't have to do buckets anymore, which is I've been doing that for years. So it's nice now. It's very nice. I've been doing water changes. I gotta hit up this tank right here. If I get it right. There. Right there. See, it took me forever to figure that out. Right there. I could have just looked back. So yeah, that's the last tank I'm gonna do a water change on right there. That might take the longest. So I got those two tanks done. I'll show you again. The flower horn tank is done. Over there I got I always put a blanket down whenever I do it. And then I got that one right there I just did. So as that one was filling, I was draining that one to the back patio back there. I just run the hose out and it's just perfect. Like it's outside on that table out there. But yeah, those are the two. Flower horn tank over there, and then that's the 110, and that's the 150 with the 4 Oscars and the 1 Jack Dempsey. So, all right, who we got? These glasses are a mess. Hang on a second. I can't even see. Oh shit! I can't even see that screen. Well, I gotta get me some new glasses now because these glasses I'm wearing are just some. It's sad because I'm wearing these glasses and they're just cheap. They're just cheap readers. I have a pair and the handle just broke off of them, or one of the side things. So now I got to find my real glasses. I don't know where the hell they're at unless this is them. This is not them. These are ones I wear up close to see. Let me just sit like this. Then I could see. Would that be weird? Just have these glasses on, just like this. But oh my god! Now I gotta find my glasses. This is inconvenient. This is really inconvenient because I get a headache eventually here. Or I could just do this. How's that? Oh boy. What am I going to do? What to do? Oh, I got another. I know where I can get a pair. All right, guys, hang on 1 second. 1 second. I will be back in a minute. I got to find. I can barely see the screen. But just, yep. I'll let you look at this fish tank right there on the wall. How's that? I'll be right back. All right. I think they're actually in here in my computer work bag. Hopefully, there's a pair in here. Hope these aren't the. Oh, they are. These are ones. These are another pair that are super close, like to see. Damn it! I may have to make a trip out to my car. I know there's a pair out there, I believe, in my bag. All right, everybody, hang on a second. I'll be back in a minute. I just got to run out to my car. In my backpack, I got some other glasses. I got like 4 pairs of these ones where I can see up close. Okay, hang on. I'll be back again. All right, so it turns out the ones I found are actually my prescription glasses. Just gonna clean them off real quick. But I'm here. I'm here. Cleaning off my glasses. I gotta see the water's running. I'm here. Hang on. All right. I'm good now. I'm good. I'm back. Hang on a second. Okay. Just gotta clean these off. Then I can't even read chat. It's crazy. I never had to wear glasses until I hit 40. So, and then it started catching up to me. And then I started wearing some just to be able to read. And I was like, had to wear them more frequently. And I was like, you know what? Do I want to make glasses like a full-time thing? If I didn't know if I needed to at that point or not. But I was like, at some point I was like, yeah, I guess so. I guess I will. Because like I can focus on the tank, but my eyes will start hurting after a little bit. So just drying these things off. Just ran them out of the sink with some cleaner or with some basically soap just to get the lenses cleaned off. It's better. Oh yeah. But now when I had these glasses made, they put like that blue. See, you guys, the screen's bright as hell. And that's one thing I have to deal with now. I hate that. Let me dim the screen down a little bit. Or I know what I could do. Maybe somehow. No. I have that stand somewhere. I don't know where it's at. Oh well. I don't want to do this up angle because it's all right. So what we got? Let me get back to chat here again. Sorry for the reflection. I guess this will work. So, how's it going? Let me go back a little bit because I know there's a lot of discussions going on. We were at fives. What's up, Peplin? Lando, you were like the first one here. How far back is that? About 7 minutes. Jenna P, good morning. Good morning, June. How you doing? So the difference between June's streams and mine is that when she comes to chat on mine, I'm not getting off of my stream. I'll wait for her to say something though, but I'm just kidding. I mean, it's true, but you and Adele were up all night. I was getting up for work, but you guys been streaming forever, so I just wanted to say that. I was just kidding. That's like with anybody who's been streaming all night. It's like good morning, getting ready for work, and it reminds people, oh dang, we've been streaming too long. It's time to go. Or it's because Mike's here. Let's go. Everybody's like, okay, we're done. Aquarium Daily, what's going on, man? Wear glasses too, yeah. These are the actual prescription ones, but I don't know why I wanted that. Told him that blue, whatever. Let me scroll down here. I've cheated by getting bigger TVs. Yeah. Garcia, what's up, man? Thanks for coming up. No, it's hey, man, whatever. That's cool. Anytime. Oh wait, it just jumped on me. Good morning, B Wizzle. What's up? By the way, everyone, good morning. And who else we got? Enjoying the stream. Don't forget to give thumbs up. Thanks, Fish Family. I can always count on you. We all can. Difference is about 12 hours. Yep. Jason, what's up? Lurking while driving. Or while driving. Yeah, I mean, that's all you can really do while you're driving, unless you're actually up on the stream. But yeah. Yeah, June, why are you awake? But at the same time, Jimmy, why are you awake? You're both in the same state. I got ran over. Oh yeah, by cats. They all woke you up. So I'm all caught up on chat now. Okay, good. Oh man, I don't know. I just decided to come up and stream today. I'm at home. Woke up with this just annoying migraine right here and in my eye sockets, and luckily it went away. But it was horrible. So, but yeah, as you can see right there, I showed it already, but I just finished doing a water change. Got to clean all that up in the 150. So, and then the flower horn tank, I did a water change in that one. And I know today I still need to. He's getting ready to do the bushes. Well, yeah, already cut the grass. That's the worst kind of headache. It is like right in your eye sockets. It sucks. I hate that. And it's like it was there all night. So I was kind of sleeping kind of sucked last night. But it went away for now. It's like yeah, on the weekends, if I don't work the next day, I don't really get much. I don't sleep. People sleep in. I don't sleep much on the weekends. I just don't. Like if I go to, sometimes I'll stay awake till like 2, 3 on the if I don't have to work, because I'm more like I don't know. I'm a night person and a morning person. That's a horrible combination. I want to cancel my birthday. Oh yeah, I heard you, Lando. Yeah. So, what's new, people? So I found this in the mail. I gotta put it on a vehicle. I forgot. It's the tags for our vehicle. One that doesn't really get driven. But I don't know what else is going on. Let me put this up here. If I don't know, it's the morning time, so people may not want to come up, but it's anybody up here. It's totally up to you. Obviously, I'm not forcing anybody to come up. You know, but I always put the link up there. So let me do this real quick. Oh man. Control V and do that. You guys always see me put a 1. Because that little heart thingy that's there on chat is annoying. I just threw. Oh, never mind. I'm looking at YouTube, which is back. All right, it's up. Oh, I was cleaning my tanks, and I was watching. I was watching Island of Troy and Corey and Mike. I was watching theirs from last night as I was doing tank maintenance, and they were going strong about quarantine tanks. Okay, Craig, what's up? I was just showing everybody the stickers last night. I was, Craig, like that. Your stickers that came with the when I got that skull. So I was just showing everybody I got some of your stickers right here. I want to do something with these stickers. I want to put, like Maritza keeps saying, put them in put your stickers in in a photo. You know those photo album binders that people have, like you know how you could put them in like the little that clear thing, I guess, or whatever that sticks, or just like in a photo album. So you can flip pages and see the stickers. She was recommending I do that because I don't want to peel them and stick them. Some people do that. It's just totally cool. But I just want to have them in maybe do something like that. Some people put like little magnetic back, make them magnets and stuff, which is cool. But I just don't want to have I don't want to have stickers just stored away like in a box or something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Somebody out there in chat just messing with you. So anyway, I was listening to Island Aquatics stream from last night, replay when I was cleaning these tanks this morning, and they were hitting pretty hard on quarantine tanks. So I thought it was pretty interesting. And everybody's like, yes, you'd have to have a quarantine tank. You have to have a quarantine tank. And I agree, you should have a quarantine tank. But I can't say you have to have one because, like, I don't have a quarantine tank. I've had a quarantine tank in the past. And they got onto this topic, in deep into the topic, and I was like thinking, like, if I was up there, because if it was live, I would have jumped up if I could have. if they would have had me go up, but they had Aquafunk was on there after a minute. But saying you need to have a quarantine tank, you got to have one, which I definitely don't disagree at all. You know, at that with that, you know, because what could happen? You get the fish sick. They said, you know, parasites, whatever. When I go to a fish store, and I know a lot of fish stores. I know a lot of fish stores where they have their rows of tanks. They use the same piping system for the, you know, like for pretty much everything, the water or the you know, filtration, whatever, right? So with my experience, and not my, but I've had someone tell me this and it's stuck in my head all the time. If I see one tank on that aisle that has fish with ick, and I notice they're all connected, I don't buy any fish from that whole thing. I know what to look for. What's new? Yeah, breeding betas. Okay, cool. Don't forget what I was talking about just now. Breeding betas. Have you seen any videos about doing that? I've never bred them, but I had the opportunity because I had a male and a female. I just kept them separate. I didn't do it, but it's very interesting how what the male does to get ready to breed. So shut up, Mike. I like my box. Well, you know, everybody does whatever they want with their stickers. It's totally like however you want to do it. You know, if you want to storm away forever, so nobody even knows you have stickers, that's all you. That's cool. So I got more that's coming your way. You could put in the box too. Okay, so I was talking about quarantine. So yes, and like I said, if I see rows of fish tanks and I see they're all connected, one has ick, I don't buy them from that whole thing. And also, you know, Mike loves Life Aquatics. I know I learned he's a very firm believer on you have to have a quarantine tank, or you need to. Okay. Jason, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Not much. Good. How are you?
Figured I'd join you on my ride.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that.
Cool. I'm gonna mute my camera though. There we go.
Okay. So, where you heading?
It's like I got like an hour drive to this job site. It's what is it? A township building, I guess, that they're rehabbing, like where the police and fire and whatever keep all their, and the whatever the community has their meetings, and I don't know. It's just a township building, but they're doing pipe work outside. So.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But it's like nice. You know, I got to drive almost to Philadelphia, so that kind of sucks.
Oh man, yeah. But I mean, that's what, like, for you driving to Philadelphia, is that like the same distance of you when you drove to the Clash, basically, or what?
Actually, I think it's further than the Clash for me, but it's just a different direction. I got, and this is all like, you know, pretty much like urban sprawl. It's all like, you know, dense. I wouldn't say it's like city, but it's just like, you know, a lot of traffic. It's a pretty big highway. You know, it goes through like a lot of traffic lights, trucks, stores. It's just whatever.
That's kind of like how it was when I was driving from here to the Clash up the whole Eastern Shore. It's all like towns, lights, barely any interstate time.
Yeah, it's pretty dense. Yeah. Like you're getting closer. It's right outside of Fort Washington, which is right outside of Philadelphia. So it starts getting pretty dense area down that way. So.
Yeah. So is it it's about an hour from like the Philadelphia airport to Morgantown?
Yeah, but that's more like you're going west, I think, like westish from the airport.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm going like pretty much like straight north, I guess, from the airport is where I'd be going.
Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking about the people that had to catch like get a lift or something to the airport from the Clash.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So
Good.
I had a question for you. Like I said, I was watching like their Island Aquatic stream last night, and they were big hitting heavy really on quarantine tanks, right?
Right.
And so, and I watch I watch go up and watch you do your streams on Saturday or Sunday morning,
Right.
and so, but I can't remember if right now if you do or ever had a quarantine tank, if you do have one at the
I
moment,
don't have like I
a
do
dedicated
quarantine,
one.
but I don't have like a specific tank. I kind of use whatever tank is open.
Yeah,
You know what I
okay,
mean? Like I'll change what the quarantine tank is, or I'll just quarantine fish in a tank. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, okay, this
yeah,
is now the tank they're quarantined in.
yeah.
Yeah, I do try to quarantine. The only thing I haven't quarantined is my saltwater because I don't have a saltwater tank to quarantine. And I'm thinking
Right.
about changing that because I really think I should.
Oh, changing it to have a quarantine or just changing your
Yeah,
saltwater
to
tank?
have a quarantine tank for the salt, like get a saltwater tank for quarantine.
Ah, okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
how to do that or where I'm going to
I
put that.
know. Like, I mean, a lot of like pretty much all. I mean, a lot of my fish are I got like big fish, except for the saltwater tank.
Right.
And I don't
You got
know.
like,
I could bust out like I have a 55. It's sitting in the garage. I could use that for the big fish for quarantine if I need to.
yeah, but that's
But
only if you're bringing it, or like if something happens, like one gets sick or something, right? But
yeah, yeah, that's what I would do. And because I don't have one set up, right? But what I do have is my the tank has plenty of gravel on on the bottom. I have two sponge filters sitting in my flower horn tank, just kind of chilling, right? They've been in there for a long time.
like not in use, just in the tank.
They're just sitting. They're not in use. They're just sitting there.
Gotcha.
Which I
Seeded.
don't. You
Seeded.
know,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, yeah.
That's
In
perfect.
case I needed to set up a tank like in an emergency.
Yeah, you could easily just pull them out and throw some whatever,
Yep.
put an
Throw some
airline
gravel,
in.
throw that in there, and I'm good to go. So that's how I had that. I did do that with a while back with my saltwater tank. I actually had a sponge filter because I had a sponge filter running a little bit, a while ago in my saltwater tank with a canister filter
Okay.
and my sump, which is like crazy. But now I'm just down to the sump. But I used to have a sponge filter hidden behind like some of the live rock just in case I had to do that, which I didn't, but I took it out, which I might put one back in eventually.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know people don't run sponge filters in salt tanks because of the salt creep and all that stuff, but I use
Right.
salt. I use sponges in my brackish tanks, and
Mhm.
I do get some of the creep, but
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about
Yeah.
switching the filter on my saltwater tank because of
Because of the salt creep.
yeah, well, like I have a hang on the back, right? And
Hmm.
it's constantly, it always like a drop here or there, always splashes or whatever. So like the lid is getting covered with salt. The light that's on top is getting covered in
Oh
salt. Like
yeah, yeah,
it's getting out of hand. So I'm like, all
yeah.
right, I got to stop this splashing. So I either got to. I was thinking about doing an internal filter, or maybe just. I think I'm just going to get a canister, honestly.
Yeah, canister. Now, when you said internal, were you talking? We're getting ready to say like one of those internal like canister filters.
Yeah, like that shark or whatever it is. The one I think it's called a shark. It's like it just sits in a corner of the tank or in a
Yep.
side, a back or whatever, and it sucks in
Yeah, and
either the
it looks
bottom and it
more.
blows out the top. I think.
Yeah, it like the shark. From what I've seen, it's more like aesthetically pleasing looking than like a marine land canister filter internal one, which I have. I have one of those, and I've I've used that thing. I've taken it down. I've put it up, and it works great. You know.
Yeah, like but you said it was a marine land one.
Yeah, yeah,
I think I'm going through a sketchy area here.
yeah. You were kind of in
Losing
and out.
signal, but I should come out of this in a sec.
Hmm.
I'm in this weird area. It should get better. If not, I'll come back.
But I can hear you right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it was just around that corner, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you like that internal canister filter? Or you don't like it because it's kind of like an eyesore?
No, I like the filter. It is kind of an eyesore, but I try to place it as like in the like in as best as I can in there, make it so it's kind of hidden, but it works great. I've used up all the original insides of it. I there's a little cylinder kind of meshy plastic thing, I guess, where you would put the carbon, and I've used the carbon once in it, but I've taken all that out, and I've used I had a little meshy bag of like the little the little balls, I put that at the bottom. I even took the whole pot. I did the pot scrubber thing. I took three of those, set them in there, and it's perfect, like round where they sit in. And I took a sponge filter and I cut it to make it like more in, with the hole in the middle. And I just set that on the top part, and I put the top on, and that thing, I had it in my 40 breeder salt when I had that set up not too long ago, and that thing worked. That was the only filtration I had, and it worked amazing.
So it fit in there top to bottom in a 40 breeder?
Yeah. You could submerge it. Yeah. Like there was probably like,
I was worried about it being like too tight of a fit, but because that's what my saltwater tank is, a 40 breeder.
Yeah. I had it sitting, with the suction cups. I had it and it was kind of resting like on the sand.
Yeah. Okay.
But like the top, it was probably a good, if I remember right, maybe like 2 inches, but I didn't have my water filled all the way to the top because I had some fish in there. I think that might have maybe what is it, the gobies or something
jump out or whatever.
Yeah, but I did, I had glass lids and with the plastic strip on the back, so I had it sealed up pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but but that internal cancer filter, it's plenty of room in a 40.
Cool. Yeah, I think I might. Well, I don't know. I do have room that I could kind of hide an external canister filter, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obviously a bigger, more powerful thing, so I might have to debate it. It also costs more money.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'll look on Marketplace and see if maybe there's a deal or something, like somebody.
That's true. There's always people selling those things at swaps too, or whatever.
Yeah, I never have swaps here. Like I can't, like Virginia Beach. You think we would have? It's like a big spread out city, but I don't know.
Man, but we haven't had. Well, our club hasn't had a swap, and they don't have swaps anymore. But, yeah, there's a couple clubs around us, dude, that do like the Keystone Clash. The Aquarium Club of Lancaster County has swaps. The Cichlid Club of York has swaps. So I think Bucks County has swaps. They're all local clubs.
Right. Yeah. But
yeah, so I think, I don't know, maybe I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that saltwater. I do think I should get a quarantine system, like something that even if it's only temporary, because I do want to get some new fish, and I'm really worried. Like it's like a nerve-wracking thing, right? Especially when I get fish from I don't know, like Petco or something like that. They're not the greatest with their, quarantine or anything. So you could always introduce some weird crap. Then I'd wipe out all my salt. Oh, that would be horrible.
It would, yeah. I'm very picky where I go for if I get saltwater fish in my area. Like there's a place that I wouldn't normally go, and then there's one that usually that's good, and then there's one closest to my house. It's a small place, but I've never seen fish tanks like a whole row of saltwater. I mean, just like I have, but they're so clean. Even down, I don't know. Like if you've seen this place, it's. You could take a white glove in there and go, and there's no dust or anything.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? And it's I haven't been in a while, but they got some pretty cool stuff there.
That's
but what I do just to be on and it's all for being prepped in case I have to set up a tank. Is like I said, I have enough substrate, and I have, if I want to put in a tank, if I need to. I don't think I usually do in a quarantine, but
yeah, I don't think I would do the substrate thing in a quarantine tank unless the tank was already set up.
Yeah, but the sponge filter for sure, in case I have to do something emergency, it's ready to set one up. I don't have one set up running.
I usually keep a bunch of sponge filters in my sumps for my freshwater tanks.
Oh, okay. You run okay. And you know what? That's for my saltwater. I should take one and set it in the sump instead of I don't have to put it in the tank. So I have a sump a sump
Oh,
running.
you have a sump on your saltwater?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. That's like a no-brainer, man. Just throw something in there, like a sponge filter or whatever.
Yeah.
Some sponges. Just throw whatever media in there, and then if you ever need it, just grab it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea, man.
Yep. But yeah, that's what I do.
I got to move some fish around. That's like, that's what I got to do today. I got to get a 20-ounce Coke bottle because I need to make a fry trap.
Ah.
But I got to catch some fish, and I got to catch like guppy babies and stuff, and that's like impossible.
Oh,
in a planted tank, yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
Not with a net, right?
Dang. Yeah. Well, I got it today. I got a 30-gallon in the garage. I got to set up because my 150. I lost 2 of my full-size gold Severums when I came back from the clash. They were dead in the tank with the Oscars are all alive, and the water was murky brown. I was like, what?
Ew.
Because the FX6, the bottom of the intake fell off. I don't know if the Oscars knocked it off, and then like the food got sucked up in there because that's a big, strong suction for an FX6. That the water that goes.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't have the tube there, so it got clogged.
The tube didn't get clogged because I took the FX6 out and cleaned it. It was pretty bad because I don't know if it's just over a while food got sucked up in there, and I had to I cleaned the hell out of that tank, the gravel, everything. And the convict, I had 1 convict in there, full-grown convict cichlid, still obviously way smaller than the Oscars. It owned the whole bottom of the tank. That's how it, it was not afraid of the Oscars, so it could hold its own. But it was dying. So I hurried up and took it out and put it upstairs in a 65 with some smaller cichlids. And it's like chasing them around, so I got to remove it and put it in its own tank or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Get it away from the other 3 female polar blue convicts in there. I don't really want to breed convicts.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got to do that today. And
so So you think it was just like the water quality went to hell because the food was getting sucked in there and just spit out and churning around, and that's what killed the fish?
Yeah, that's the only possible thing it could be because I've never had in this short amount of time, just over the weekend, my tank doing that at all. Like it was just, and I didn't even do water test because it would have been like the darkest green ever on that test kit for ammonia. But
oh yeah, right.
Yeah. So in fact, I did it, and then a couple days later, it started getting kind of like if you had tannins in the water, sort of that color, so I did a complete cleaning again. It took a few times, I guess, to get it right, to get it clear again. So it's all good now. Yeah, man. So, and then a guy over at my local fish store, he had a good idea. He's like, to avoid that intake, bottom part of that intake falling off, just take little zip ties, and then zip tie them around the bottom to the top so they won't fall off. So I was like, I could do that. That'll work. So, because those Oscars have knocked it off more than one time, and it's just, yeah.
Interesting.
So, anybody that has an FX6 with Oscars, just watch out for that.
Now that's a big filter too, right? That's like the size of like a 5-gallon drum or a bucket.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's the only thing. And these Severums were full grown, like the gold.
Yeah, I don't think I could fit in one of those. Those big, those are round, right? Like even the smaller ones, like FX, whatever, E's and whatever, still round.
They're about as oh, you're cutting out again. Now you're going through another bad spot right now.
Yeah, I think I'm out of it. I don't know. We'll see.
But as far as the Severums go, they're about as big. If you look at it from the side, they're about as big as top to bottom as the Oscars, but they're not as long as an Oscar.
Right.
But
right,
they're pretty big. Yeah. So I had to take them out. I was like, damn, like, they're huge, they're big fish. I'm like, I got to do something. So I just grabbed my shovel, went to the back corner of my yard, dug a hole for both of them, and I just buried them in the backyard.
Yeah.
That's all I can
It's
do.
not
I
the worst
mean,
place. Not the worst
yeah, I
place.
mean, it'll be fertilizer, I guess.
I usually just throw mine in the bushes, and whatever
Well,
something gets
like
them.
littler ones, like my littler ones, I've done that. Yeah, the little ones, just throw them in the bushes, but I throw them in the bushes, like set up,
Throw them in the bushes. Let the ants get them. Whatever. Birds.
Yeah. But the big ones, like these big ones here, I got to dig a hole and bury them because it would be like you could probably smell it and stuff.
Yeah, they'd start rotting, but I'd like whatever. Like a lot of things are just going to eat it.
Yeah, I know. And that's not the first time I've dug. I almost had, like in the back corner of my yard. Like if I could have marked where I've buried fish, it would be like a fish cemetery back there.
Yeah, exactly. Start rising up.
Yep.
It's like if the bushes, like where I put all my fish, man, it'd be like a fish tree. They're
Yeah.
usually little fish. Although my one white millerite died on the day I went. Like I don't know what it is about going like stuff like that happening when you're going in somewhere. But like on the day I was going to the clash, he was like laying on his side. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
I don't know what killed him. I think he just got stressed. I think the other two in that tank were bullying him, and then the angels are in there, and I think they were getting ready to lay eggs. So like it was just I don't know.
Yep.
I really don't know what killed him. But yeah, we went to the bushes.
Yeah.
And he all area.
What's that?
I said he was about the size of your hand.
Oh, okay. Dang. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I had a polar blue convict die too in the other tank. But it was weird because it was like after a while, and I've had it for several weeks, like 2.5 years, but it's like where its gills were at, it's like they were kind of in like sank in, and like he couldn't keep himself upright, but when I put food in there, he could ride himself and go eat, and then he would just rest and kind of go upside down, but he would be alive for like weeks. It's weird.
I found this out. This is like something about fish that I didn't know that I found very interesting. Is that how like a ship, the keel of a ship is what like keeps the bottom part, like it's like weighted so that it always upright. The ship always rights itself up. You know what I mean? Unless it's filled with water, it might not do that. Right. So it's always wanted to be that certain way. Fish are like that too, except it's the other way around. Their top part is heavy, so they're constantly using their fins to keep themselves up. So that like when they start to die, that's why they always fall over their sides and upside down and stuff.
Yeah,
it's because they can no longer keep themselves upright because they're naturally designed. Their weight distribution is backwards, like the opposite way a boat would be.
Yeah.
So that's why you always see them laying on their sides or going upside down when they're dying. Because actually, that's the physics of it.
And I'm wondering if they're like, because I heard something about fish having like problems with they have like a swim bladder. They have problems with that.
They can sometimes. They can either, I don't know, get like a disease or even just injure it, I guess, and that can cause a lot of problems for them. Usually death. But I had a Cory that happened to, like a panda Cory. He got something happened to him, and he was just swimming upside down, swirling around. I'm like, oh man! I thought he was like. I put him in a quarantine tank. I medicated the hell out of him for like a month, and he never got better. Right? And I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to keep him in this tank. It was a bare bottom tank. It was like a 10-gallon. I think I medicated it like another 2 times throughout the next 2 months. And at some point, he could eat. And he would just kind of like corkscrew around until he got food in his mouth. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to leave him in here. And then like one day he just got better. And he just like started swimming upright. I'm like, all right. So I put him back in I was like, God, like the only thing I could think of is he had some sort of injury or something to his swim bladder. And it took like 3 months for it to heal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But if he was in the wild or in a fish tank, there's no way he would have lived through that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
something would have pestered him or killed him or whatever, ate him,
Yeah.
stressed him out.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah. Man.
But the swim bladder, I think, is what allows them to get like buoyant. Like they can go up and down in the water column without having to swim. You know what I mean? Otherwise, they got to swim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't think sharks have swim bladders, and that's why they got to keep moving.
Ah, okay. Did not know that.
I could be wrong.
You could be right.
I could be right. Isn't that a song? I could be wrong. I could be right.
Yeah, I've heard that song before.
What is that? Public Enemy? No. Hill. Public Image Limited. That's it.
Is it?
Yeah.
I just remember I can hear the song with it, but
is that dude, Johnny Rotten? Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
I think this is true. Oh man. So, you gonna set up a quarantine tank? Is this the?
No, it's just I got to set up a tank because the convict that's upstairs, he keeps chasing around like my two geophagus fish I have up there, and
nice.
The angels. He wants to own the whole bottom of the tank.
Yeah. What so you can't put him back in the tank he came from now that you fixed the problem there, or no?
I did fix the problem. However, I used to have like rocks along the bottom of the 150, but I took them out and I just have the gravel, and I actually put like these little porcelain, like my wife, she did it different, like put the gravel in these like porcelain like bowls in there, and then some fake like bushes in the middle of those, which it looks pretty cool. So I don't have all the rocks. There's not as much like, hiding spots or anything. So, and I just don't know if he can. I'm pretty sure he might be able to eventually hold his own again. Like the Oscars, they don't really, mess with. I can't say if they would mess with him or not now because he's been out of there.
Right, he hasn't been in there a little while. They kind of took over, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess all right. Since you rearranged the tank, right, he wasn't, so he might not be safe where he goes back.
Yeah. So now
but at the end of the day.
Say it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I said you might just have to let him fend for himself. See if he can hold his own.
Yeah.
Be like punishment for roughing up the other guys.
Oh, I'd be like if I had a fish that was being an asshole to other fish, like my wife would be in the room. I'd be like, I guess that fish wants to go with the flower horn for a little while. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that, obviously, but because the flower horn's in the tank all by itself, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah. How big is that flower horn? Is he full grown?
Oh yeah, he's I've had it for about coming up on 3 years.
Oh yeah.
It's a male flower horn, huge. Like this thing's bigger than the Oscars. And yeah, every time I go in there to do something in the tank, like I put the gravel vacuum thing in there, it'll come up and attack it. And if I have a net in there,
it's like ready to kill anything that comes in.
Yeah, he'll do that at first, and then after a little bit, just ignore it. And then once I get, so like, and they feel, it's like I'm sitting here like petting the fish, and my wife's like, I want to pet the fish. I'm like, come here. She's like, no.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a slimy, it's like a smooth, slimy kind of like.
Oh yeah. Well, he'll let you pet him. He doesn't attack you. Like I used to have an Oscar like that. I could pet him and stuff. He was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't put my hand in front of his mouth. Because when he's chilling, he won't like swim away real quick. He'll just kind of like swim slowly. So yeah.
Test the waters.
And I've never seen. I swear to God, I think this fish. Like I think I've witnessed this fish getting jealous because my wife's standing there, like giving attention to the cat right in front of the tank, and like she kind of walked by the tank and away, and then the fish, he swims up to the top and splashes around, and he
Yeah, he
does
wants to,
that
yeah,
a lot to get her attention, and I'm like, there's no way that's just a coincidence because the fish is just chilling the whole time, just like on the closest corner to where we're at, like closest to us,
right.
and she'll walk by and it'll kind of swim and then it'll go to the top and splash around and get her attention. I swear I'm not losing my mind. It's weird, but I'm like,
I
is that
can't. No, they're like little puppies, man. They know what they're doing.
yeah, and like here, you think before I had a flower, I was like, ooh, Oscars are very like, and they interact with you, but they do, and they're cool. Don't get me wrong, you know. That's why I have 4 of them. But the flower horn, like, it's a whole new level of interacting with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even though, like, if I put my hand up to the glass, they have a strong bite, and they can make that like against the glass. It can make like this strong popping noise.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
Right on the glass. So I tried. I don't do that. Like,
Yeah, try not to. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't
What's it like that? Like Mega Shark or whatever that was like busting through the. Yeah, you don't want that happening.
Right. So, and it's like it's asked the wife. I'm like, if we've had this fish get sick and we've got it better. Like we gave it that general cure stuff a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
Worked great. Like I don't know what was wrong with it, but it worked great.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but I told her I was like, I was like, that fish is yours because that fish likes you, and it gives you the most attention, like in a more positive way.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, so don't get too attached to the fish, though, okay? Because if something happens to it, I was like, are you gonna cry? And she's like, probably. Shut up.
Well, that'd be upsetting, man. Especially I get upset about stuff like that. I'd get upset if a fish like I had like for years, especially like one that was like personable. That'd be kind of I could understand grieving that.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that she wouldn't, or it's not okay, or I'm not saying it's not okay, but she gets kind of like, I don't know. She gets kind of.
She's gonna wear black for a week.
Probably, because every like pet, if we had a dog or a cat that in the past that died, she's like she had to get a replacement for it, and I was like, I don't know if I want to get another flower horn if something, once this.
Yeah. No, yeah, I get that too. Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was getting at with that. I was like, I don't want to get another flower horn. It's cool, but I want to utilize that tank down the road. If that, I mean, this fish could live for 10 more years.
Exactly right. Well, I have a buddy who was an Oscar that Oscar's got to be like pushing like 15 now or something like that. It's a long time.
Yeah,
long time.
And well, sometimes I come downstairs and there's an Oscar floating sideways at the top, but it's just like resting or whatever.
He's just pouting, whatever he's doing.
Yeah, it's just floating like it looks like it's dead, and I'm sure other people here, seen that.
Zebra loach, my zebra loach does. That zebra loach I have he's over 15 years old, and he does that all the time. I just come down there, just like laying on his side, like not moving. I'm like, oh, and then
wake up, stop doing that. Yeah.
Especially, he's just like lazy. He just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was worse when there was 2 of them, actually. I had 2 of them at one point. I inherited them from somebody. Well, they gave it to me, but they had 2 of them. And then at some point, the one died.
Yeah. So I think I've kind of learned, like, over the last, 3 years of doing, really into this hobby, I think I've kind of realized where my attention is more so at when it comes to aquariums. It's like freshwater side, I think it's the bigger fish. That's just kind of like I'm more drawn to that.
Yeah.
Saltwater side, it's just kind of like whatever, I just like saltwater fish. And
I don't know. It's like the saltwater thing. I'm just dabbling with. Honestly, I mean,
I don't have corals because it's easier to take care of, which is live rock, I think.
Yeah. I just have the soft corals or whatever, the beginner corals, whatever.
Ones that
can go. So that's, I mean, the only thing I have is like some zoas, I think, and then
Yeah.
algae. I got the macro algae though. That looks pretty cool. I like it. Looks like seaweed.
Oh, right. Yep. Yeah, I got to clean out the sump today since I'm off today. So
Nice.
that's
I
why
gotta
I'm up.
get it. I gotta get a canister.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and like there's been a few times if you ever do get a canister, like say you decide to go to like, or whoever here decides you go to like PetSmart or something to buy one. Look on their if while you're in the store, go on their online website and see how much it costs there because I've done that and there was like it was for something. I don't know if it was a canister fill. It could have been hanging on the back or something, but it was like a lot less online.
Yeah, and
I
they price
showed
match.
them,
Yeah.
and yep, I showed it to them, so they honored that, and I was like, cool.
Yeah, and I like a lot of times. Well, I know Petco was doing this for a little bit too. That if you ordered something that was more than $50 online and picked it up and set it to pick up at the store, you would get like 10% off or something like that. So you could get even more off just by ordering it online and then picking it up at the store.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to look into that while I'm sitting around today watching dirt move.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah,
I've been so like lately. I've been so interested in like figuring out or getting a pond or something down the road.
That'd be cool.
You know, and I blame it on honestly. I blame it on KG Tropicals for that one because I was watching his video.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh man, that's so cool looking. I have the perfect spot in my backyard, but
start digging.
I know, but my luck, I'll probably hit a pipe or something. I don't know.
Well, you gotta call and get stuff located, man.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know where things are, it's a good idea to call before you dig.
Yep.
But most of the times you can kind of figure out where stuff is because most utilities coming off the street. So unless it's like you got a street back there or something. But yeah, you never know. Could be an underground power, or your internet. Just take out your internet.
No.
That would suck.
Yeah, but yeah, it's I have a spot, but there's a tree right above, so maybe not there because all those leaves just keep falling off inside of it all the time, like in the fall.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be nothing to clean them out, but I would like a neighbor of mine. He's got a cool pond in his backyard. And he has like this black, like squared off looking cage cover on it, because the hawks and just the birds.
Birds. Okay, yeah. Protect. Like what? He's got koi in there, or goldfish, or something.
Yeah, I think one of those or both. Yeah. I don't know.
My neighbor's got a pond in her backyard, and I think she eventually got some sort of netting for it because she has like one of those cherry trees when that ends up flower. That's really like whatever.
Yeah.
Pink flowers. Anyway, that's like right next to her pond, and in that. I was walking a dog in the morning, and in that morning, there was like this huge crane sitting in that tree eating a fish. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yep.
Pretty sure it was her fish.
Those cranes or the herons or whatever.
Heron, whatever. Yeah, I got a picture of that thing. It was pretty wild.
Yeah,
actually, it's on my Instagram.
Florida back in the day when I was there.
Oh, there was one at this job site too. It was white. I don't know if that's like it was albino or if it was actually just a white crane.
Oh, I have the white ones. Like I've seen those. Those are the ones I've seen a lot. Like I've seen a lot of those in Florida when I was growing up.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. That's the first time I always see like the blue ones or whatever, the gray looking ones. But this one was white. It was at we were fixing sinkholes in a retention pond, and it was just hanging out, walking around in the pond, like just doing the crane walk and then jabbing at the water. It was cool.
Yep. If how would I get a turtle in there too? Probably.
Oh yeah.
But like in the one of the stores around here, one of the fish stores around here, they have a big, like in the front, they have like this really long rectangular shaped pond, and they got a whole bunch of full size turtles in there. And I guess in the state of Virginia, I don't know if any other states are like this, but that's what they're telling me is they can't legally sell you the turtles. They have to give them to you.
Oh, interesting.
But you can't you have to have proof for like a home for that. Like you can't just take it home. You got to have like either a pond or
Well, that makes sense. I mean, really, it's probably for the best, honestly.
Yeah. And they said you gotta make sure your pond is like has a perimeter, like a barrier, because they've been known to leave the pond and actually head the direction of where they came from somehow.
Really, they just start going back to like the ancestral home.
I guess so. That's what they were saying. I was like, oh shit.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Homing turtles.
But I mean, I'd like to build my own pond. Like if once I knew what was under the ground there, if no cables or pipes or anything, I would.
It's not. I mean, you can really call it. Like there's companies that'll come out and do it, or your state. Like it depends on your state. Like Pennsylvania has a hotline. You just call. It's like 811, and then you tell them where you're at, and they'll come out and like. I think it's all free too, because they don't want people, zapping themselves.
Right.
So they'll just come out and mark out. Okay, here's where your gas main is. Here's where your, whatever's under there.
Yep.
So check into that, because it's just a matter of making a phone call, honestly.
True. Yeah.
Other than that, you can call, like, there's companies like third-party companies that are locator companies. They'll just come out and locate utilities too, and they'll go by whatever surveys and.
Right. Yep. Because I have a vision.
I have a vision.
I do. I just have to.
Really?
And actually, I think I sold it off into the wife too, because she didn't say no. She wasn't like, we don't know.
She wasn't totally against it.
No, not at all. In fact, the reason why is because the thing is, we actually have a friend that we both know who owns a company who builds ponds. Actually.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, his company is called We Build. And he works somehow. It's with the Aquascape. I don't know how it's like he's affiliated with them somehow, but he started his own years ago, and he's actually Navy Reserves, and
nice.
So he does that, and then he does the reserve thing like once a month or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But he's actually called me up like and asked me if I wanted to go on a job with him in Washington D.C. one time to do. Some lady had she had a greenhouse, right? And she had like some kind of, I seen a picture of the setup, but it was like a tank. It was a round tank, and it had like the pipes coming off of it with some filtration or something that had to work with a greenhouse, and it was just weird looking, but to someone with a greenhouse, it was probably completely normal. And there was fish, and you put fish in it, and I'm just like, what, But I don't know whatever happened to that job. I guess it didn't go. But he was like, I wanted to call you and maybe hire you because you know about fish tanks and filtration and all that.
Yeah. I mean, whatever filtration at least. You can kind of figure that out.
I was like, oh, that would be cool. And I looked at this contraption and I was like, oh man.
You're like, I have no idea what this is.
Yeah. I don't know. He was going to hire me as a,
Yeah, they're building well, this is still rumor. In my area here, they're building an aquarium, like an actual it's like a community center thing, and they're gonna put like an aquarium in there. It's like, yo, what do I got to do to get that job?
Yeah,
just work on that thing all day, or whatever. That's like it's like some huge aquarium that's supposed to go in this like shopping center thing or whatever, community center.
Oh, just like is it like just one big aquarium?
Yeah, I think, it might be multiple tanks. I don't know, but it's supposed to be like, not just like hobby aquarium. We're talking like huge, I don't know, saltwater, freshwater. I don't know what. I don't even think I think this is all still in the works too, but.
Oh, okay. Dang. Yeah.
Like nothing's set in stone, like things could change, but yeah. They haven't started digging yet. So.
That would be kind of.
But that would be cool, man. That'd be an awesome job.
Yeah. Yep. They have like here we got like the big. What do they call it here? It's like it's like the aquarium, like where you go and see like, where people go to and pay to go see like the different tanks and the other.
Yeah. Exactly, the aquarium.
Yeah, just the aquarium. Yeah. What is it called here, Virginia?
Yeah.
Beach Aquarium. I'm just curious now. It's called the
Yeah, there's really nothing near here.
Virginia.
Like Camden is like the closest one.
Yeah, the one we got, Virginia Aquarium and Marine Science Center. That's what we got here.
That's cool.
And
That's
it's cool. They have these things. I haven't done this yet, but they have like a dock where you could go on this boat and you go out and you could they do like where you could watch where you could watch for dolphins or something like that, or they go out
and stuff like that. Yeah.
So one of those things. And I mean, I've seen plenty of that on ships. So I mean, I told my wife,
right. Yeah, you were in the.
I was like, "Are you going to get seasick?" Because she said she used to get seasick being on a ship. And
sometimes I get seasick, man. It depends. If I'm like facing backwards, that's like the worst thing in the world.
Oh, all the years I've been on ships, like I could still, I would still right before I got out, like depending on the seas, and you're inside and the ship's going like it's doing its like, what do they call it, pitch, yaw, and roll and all that whole thing, right? And you're inside, you're not seeing anything moving, but your body's moving, and it's throwing your mind off. Like the front end of the ship was horrible. Like you would go up and it would come down and splash, and like you're just like that whole thing. So I was like, okay, I'm staying away from the front end of the ship. I'm gonna go hang out towards the back. So
yeah, but like I guess like in the Navy, you really don't have a choice where you get to hang out, right? It's like you sit here.
Well, I mean, if you're not like on a watch, at a watch station, if it's not your
hours
to be on a watch, or if you were that bad, like if you're one of the people that would carry a trash bag around with you just in case, then they might go hit their rack and go take a nap for a while or something if it's that bad. So I asked these people, I'm like, if you're walking around seasick, could you please at least not carry a clear trash bag around with you? Like get a black or a white or something,
Really, dude?
A clear trash bag?
Yeah, really.
So it's like, yeah.
Might as well have like a Ziploc bag and be like, here, hold this for me. Like,
right?
What's wrong with you?
But I was like, go to medical and get that seasick pills. Go or I tell people nowadays, bring some Dramamine, like the less drowsy kind, and take it like 30 minutes before you get on the ship if it's going to be the weather is going to be bad out there, So I still did that. I never threw up cruise.
Like 15-foot seas or some shit, man. It's nuts.
Oh man, it's crazy whenever you're in seas like that.
But you know how big a cruise ship is, and you could feel that thing like leaping out of the water and like hitting the ground. It's like, oh my god, or whatever, hitting the waves. It's like we are going to die.
I can imagine. I'd never been on an actual cruise liner before.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, they're massive. They can be those.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how bad it was on the ocean that one day, man. I was like, there was like some woman that was like, what do you call them? Like the vacation people. They always get their vacations for booking vacations, so they get free vacations. And she said that was the worst she's ever seen. She goes on cruises like 3 times a year. Got here.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Just pulled up on site here.
Okay.
I don't know what these guys are going to do. Here, I'll give you a sneak peek of what's happening here out the window. Let me get the phone out here. What do I do here? Check this. Settings. Camera.
You have to go do that on the phone. Switch the camera.
There's a big trench right there, and I can see the people in it. There's an excavator all the way down the hall, down the way.
Okay.
That's where we're working.
Cool.
Dealing with that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Cool. Well, I just got here, so let me make it official.
I got put the hard hat on. Yep. There you go.
Oh my god! It's fell all over the place. I got my notebook. I walk around, head and write down. Everybody's all right. All right. Yeah, I got to roll, man.
Okay,
So
hey, I
it was
appreciate you
good
coming up,
talking.
man.
Thanks for, yeah. Good luck with the rest of your stream, and
All right.
peace.
Yeah, you're cutting out, but yeah, man. See you later. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right, Jason. Thank you so much for coming up. That was awesome. It was different for sure. I hear a thumping noise upstairs. I think it's the cat. It's a good thing about having a cat. You hear some crazy noise upstairs. If you got one, that's what it is. So, let's see. Let's go to chat here. Let's go to chat. What we got? What we got? Oh, maybe that noise is outside. Let me catch up to chat here. What did she text me? Accused for selling drugs to minors. Whoa. Facing charges of possession. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. See what's going on here. Oh wait, June. Way earlier, you said. Actually, Scotty Quaddy, what's up? I missed some stuff here. I've never had an arowana before. All right, where am I at? So earlier, June, if you're still here, well, you mentioned something about. Oh, let me go way back. Did you mention about you got? You said something about 2,000 subs. Let me find it here. 2,000 subs. 2,000 subs in like a short amount of time. Let me find it. I think that's all. That's basically what you just said. Oh, really? Random. Yeah, it's a hurt. Okay, now my clock says 4:20. I'm sure it does. Up 2,000 subs in 28 days. What? That's insane. Oh, let's see. Ian, what's up? I saw you on here earlier. Oh, man. Ugh. Okay. I'm going to wait. 20 in the last 20 days, my channel increased 2,300 subs. Dang. Okay, so I am still in that beginning phase of the whole like with the Google ads and stuff. But I'm trying it, and I think I've gone up. And yeah, one thing you definitely do have to watch though is the is the cost on it though. But I think I've gone up. Let me go to the overview. Yep, using Google Ads, and that I've started to do that too. And I think I went up. I mean, mine hasn't really kicked off yet. I've had it for what? I've had it, and then I stopped it. Or let's see, I'd done ads, and then I thought something was wrong with them, and then I would just remove them, and then I would start a new one. I've done that like several times already, so it goes up quick. Yeah, just for sure. And you have, what is it? You set like a certain, like a limit amount for the month or whatever. So, oh yeah. Oh, wait, let me look in YouTube Studio. Let me see here. I am at. So I think before I started, I was at like 360, which, and I'm at 411 right now, and it's probably been like a total of like what 5 days or something, 5 or 6 days with like actually working campaign ads. You lowered the cost to $1 a day. I hear you. I need to adjust that too. So do you pause it during the daytime and then kind of like undo it during the evening time, like let it be active or something? Maybe that's the smart thing to do for me. Because, I know and 411, 500. So, and I'm only at 17.99 watch hours. So, who knows? Had an account for a couple years, at least 3, but I didn't really try to grow, and I was only a little over 200. I think I haven't looked in a while. I don't know. I'm just doing. I just it's very tempting to do it, so I'm doing it. TGE ads play. Cat bums me. So, and you can choose time and location. Yep. Now, June, do you actually have yours set for a specific time for those ads to run? And because I've set location, like I don't have it for all countries and all languages. I actually have specific countries that the ads run in. And let's see. Let me go back to the Google Ads app here. So I have it's still not 1,000, mostly due to lack of effort. So, I mean, other than the ads, I think what's the next best thing that works is what that, at least that I know of, is probably what doing the shorts or something, the short videos. Because sometimes I'll do a short video and I'll put like the right, have all the hashtags in it, like, shorts, short videos, or not, short videos, YouTube shorts, like a whole different combination of what you use. And it'll tell you how many millions of people or millions of views or whatever that one has. You can get into conversion tables and other confusing. See, when you say conversions, and I know that's something about like what clicks what happens or something, I got to read up about all that. It is very confusing. It is for sure. For sure. Make your own commercials. So I ended up putting like 5 videos for my ad or for my campaign, 5 my own actual videos up there. So make them shorts. Yeah, still learning this. Oh, excuse me. Oh boy. I gotta clean all this mess up down here though. But well, I think that I'm gonna hop down for now. I gotta clean all this up. I still gotta clean the tank upstairs, but um that was pretty awesome that Jason came up. Appreciate that. Everybody here in chat. Thanks. 10 to 15 seconds. I'm still learning too. I gotta get up and get out of here. I gotta go clean the tank somewhere else too. It's like a 40-gallon with a couple like goldfish in it. Did you see if you received any promotional credit? I see this thing up here that I got a notification where it showed. Let's see. It says all caught up. There was a thing that said about promotional $350 or something, but I don't see it. I don't see it now. I don't know why, but I don't know why. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, Jeff. What's up, Jeff? What was that last thing you said, June? See if you promotion. Yeah, I gotta look again. So I'm still, it's like the app, the Google Apps one. I know you said you can mention if you go to your studio, YouTube studio. But I'm just curious because I hear that there should be a number associated with it. Add it to your campaign. Ooh. Okay. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, I'm still scratching the surface with this whole thing. But I'm just curious. I'm curious to see, like, they say that, excuse me, it'll take like a week or two, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, for it to actually start really going up. So I'm just curious to see when I get to that point if it's going to happen. Now, I'm definitely going to have to pause it probably certain times of the day, like during the day, maybe in the evening and stuff, like let it run, because that seems like when it gets the most. That's as much as I know. Yeah. You can do it on your phone. Okay. Yeah, that's where I was doing all that stuff. There's a number associated with it. Add it to your campaign. Okay. I'll have to look in there and get all that. But anyway, I appreciate the help with that too. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna take off. I gotta clean this up. I still gotta get that. I gotta go somewhere else to do tank today, and I'm sure there's another million things I gotta do. I just can't think of them right now. But I'm sure Maritza will remind me of them when she comes home from work. So what time is it? 9:52 here. Okay, but anyway, thanks again. I will see you guys later on, and I may have another question, June, about this, maybe, if in case you happen to know if I think of one. I don't know. But I'll see you guys later on. Thank you.